My name is Sarah Woodbury, and today we are talking about the Saxon Church at Dover.
Didn't we make a video about Dover last year?
Yes, we did, but it's worth revisiting in large part because of its long period of occupation. Last year we talked mostly about the castle. This time we're going to talk about the church. I'm standing here at the top of the keep of Dover Castle, which was built in the 12th century. Behind me you can see an Anglo-Saxon church, so predating the Normans, and even before that a Roman lighthouse, which is the round tower. Dover was one of the first places William the Conqueror conquered, and thankfully he left the original Saxon church intact for us to visit to this day. According to English Heritage, it is the largest and finest Saxon building in Kent.
In all of Kent?
In all of Kent.
Wow.
Well, Kent was a Saxon stronghold. So, the first record of the church at Dover is around 630 AD, when the records talk about a church built within the castle, which is where it gets its name, St. Mary in Castro. This is the time of Eadbald, son of Ethelbert, the first Saxon king to convert to Christianity. There's credence given to the idea that the structure we see today is this original location because of the Saxon burials that surround it, which also date to the 600s. So in 597, to back up a little bit, St. Augustine was sent by Pope Gregory I to England to convert the Saxons to Christianity. Augustine landed in eastern Kent and soon managed to convert Ethelbert, who gave him land in Canterbury. Ethelbert made Kent the dominant force in England during his reign, but his son's ascension to the throne was viewed initially as a significant setback for the growth of the church, since he did not convert to Christianity for at least a year, and perhaps for as many as 8 years after he became king. He was ultimately converted, but then at the insistence of the church, he had to separate from his first wife, who had been his stepmother.
So, Eadbald's wife?
Eadbald's wife, his stepmother, was his father, Ethelbert's second wife.
Okay.
Actually, that was not an uncommon tradition in many cultures for a son to marry his father's step-widow. In 1000 AD, the church was rebuilt. As it is next to a Roman lighthouse, some of the Roman stones and tiles can still be seen in the church fabric, particularly in the window, and Roman flint and tile is used throughout the church walls. The church door arch is the earliest to survive in any standing church in England. The church and tower were surrounded by a great earthwork, initially dating to the 11th century, and perhaps begun in an emergency in response to either foreign raids or to the conquest of William himself, since it cuts through the Saxon cemetery, which would have been viewed as sacrilegious. Starting in the 1200s, the Roman lighthouse was turned into a bell tower, and 3 bells were cast in Canterbury, and a walkway was built to connect the tower to the church. And that's what we see today. St. Mary in Castro is used to this day, serving the army and the local people, and is the church of the Dover garrison. Next week, we'll be talking about one of the oldest monasteries in England, Lindisfarne, home of the patron saint of Northumbria, Cuthbert.
Thanks, Uncle Pete, for the shirt. Nice.
Nice. Very nice shirt. Yeah. Thanks for watching my video. You can click on the playlist or subscribe to my channel to see more. There'll be a new video next week. If you want to check out my books, click on the link to my webpage.